Round 1. It's now 1800. There were several navigable rivers that crisscrossed the countryside. An enterprising young capitalist, who is you, decides to invest money in the construction of a canal. This is not a public venture, but a private one, and the profits from your canal are astonishing. Some canals built in the United States yielded up to a 300% annual return over many years. This revolution in transportation reduced the prices of raw materials and reduced the cost of transportation drastically. Coal could now be transported from the mines to the towns for half of the price of the horse wagon transportation. Since you've invested your money, you've made yourself a nice profit. So build yourself one nice house anywhere on the map that you would like to live. Build one canal that connects to the river at some point and continues off your map. Round 2. It's 1803. The United States has just purchased the Louisiana Territory from Napoleon and has doubled the size of the United States. The case, Marbury versus Madison, will be decided, giving the power of judicial review to the United States Supreme Court and the judicial branch. A new machine that can spin and weave cloth 100 times faster than can be done by hand in a farm cottage, which was invented in 1773 by a man named Richard Arkwright. He called this new machine the water frame because its principal source of power was water. Since the water frame was large, a special place was needed, and the first factories for producing cotton cloth in America were built. The American factory system was created by Samuel Slater and would be improved upon by others such as Francis Cabot Lowell with his Lowell Mills. Add 3 factories. Remember, these textile or clothing factories must be placed on the riverbank. Canal water is not fast enough to generate the power to move the parts of the water frame, so the factories cannot be built by canals. Note, please don't add any smoke to these factories. They're run by water power, not coal power, so there is no smoke. Also add one nice house for the wealthy owner of these 3 factories. Round 3. It's 1805. The new factories offered jobs to people who were out of work or are arriving to the United States as immigrants from other countries. Trouble in Europe from wars and revolutions caused many people to seek the freedoms offered by this new republic. Since one of the immediate needs for these poor immigrants are basic human needs like food and shelter, many moved to your village to seek the jobs that the factory owners are offering. As a result, add 10 houses, 1 church, 1 pub, and 1 store. Round 4. It's now 1807. The Embargo Act of 1807 has hurt the U.S. economy more than the countries we are boycotting, but it also moves us further into the Industrial Revolution, since we begin to make even more things for ourselves. The profits from the first textile factories are ginormous. James Watt of England invented a steam-driven engine that could run weaving machines, and these machines have now come to the United States. So new steam-powered factories are built in your community. Add 5 more factories. The early owners of these factories called themselves capitalists because they had the capital or the money to purchase the raw materials, the building, the water frame, the steam engines, and they could pay their workers a fixed wage and still make a profit. So also add in 5 nice houses for the owners of these new factories. Your factories are now using coal, so make sure you add smoke to all your factories, even your old ones. Round 5. It's now 1810. The new factories are complete, and workers are needed to work in the new factories. There are a lot of women who can no longer compete with how fast the factories can spin and weave cloth. So a lot of these women and other workers start to look for new jobs, and guess where they're going to work? They're going to come work in the factories. So people are moving to your village to find work. Add 15 more houses, 1 church, 1 pub, 1 store. You can add as many roads as you want from now to the end of the game. And add in 1 more bridge. Round 6. It's now 1812. The continued problems with England over the violation of neutrality of the U.S., including impressment of our sailors, seizing our ship's cargo, as well as the stirring up of Indians in the West. This all leads up to the War of 1812 between the U.S. and Great Britain. Blockades of ports to stop trade, as well as the need for weapons of war, leads to the building of more factories in many areas of the northern half of the U.S. The factories were built here and not in the South because of the need to be near the natural resources being used to produce the goods. Add 5 more factories. Add 10 more houses, 1 church, 1 pub, and 1 store for these new factory workers. Round 7. It's now 1819. Not long after the War of 1812, the Adams-Onís Treaty is signed in 1819. And we have added Florida to the U.S. for the price of $5 million. For a variety of different reasons, including soap, better diet, better sanitation. We have a population explosion in the States and in your growing town. Awful diseases like dysentery and smallpox, which nearly wiped out your village, have been virtually eliminated due to the disposal of sewage into the canals, which would eventually lead out to the ocean. As a result, add 10 houses, 1 church, 1 pub, 1 store. Round 8. It's now 1826. Thomas Jefferson and John Adams both die on the 4th of July of this year on the 50th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The population of the U.S. reaches approximately 11 million people, which is more than double what it was in 1800. And your town is no exception. People continue to move to your town, and it begins to see the effects of urbanization. Add 10 factories, 15 houses, 1 church, 1 pub, and 1 store for your new residents. Round 9. It's now 1833. The people of your small city need a bit more food and goods to meet the needs of the new inhabitants. Coincidentally, there are a number of other noteworthy events that occurred in 1833. First, we have a new mechanical invention for farming that's developed. The mechanical reaper is invented by Cyrus McCormick in 1831, but it's really becoming popular by 1833. Also, farmers began to experiment with new, more productive farming practices like crop rotations. New and better fertilizers. They're improving how they raise their livestock. Consequently, farm production is significantly increased. Add 2 more stores. Round 10. It's now 1836. Workers are needed to work in these new factories as more and more goods are needed in the growing nation. Since many people cannot compete with the large farms being formed to use the new agricultural techniques, a lot of farmers are squeezed out and their lands are taken over. Since there are large numbers of poor families who have lost their livelihood due to the use of more mechanical farming methods, there is an available supply of workers. People move to your city to find work. Add 10 houses, 1 church, 1 pub, 1 store. You may also draw additional roads and an additional bridge. Round 11. It's now 1840. Unemployed workers from the surrounding areas flood into your community looking for work. They begin arriving on the town's new railroad track, which is the new method of transportation that has recently been built. It connects your growing city with other cities, so add 1 railroad. The railroad must enter from one side of your city and exit out the other. If it crosses the river, make sure you build a bridge for it. Although wages are very low, they look attractive to starving families. Housing is in great demand for the first time, and a new kind of housing is constructed called tenements. Here, dozens of families reside under one roof. Tenements are kind of like really cheap apartments. Add 10 tenements. We have more workers that need to live, eat, shop, drink, worship. So we will need the social support services to go along with this demand. So add in 2 stores, 2 pubs, 2 churches, and 1 school for these families that were wealthy enough to send their children, the boys anyways, to school. The girls did not get to go to these private schools.